maybe I should just come up with actual intros. But I feel like these cold opens are really funny, except I have to think of a cold open every time I start one of these videos. And pumping out 2 videos a month like the professional I am, I don't know how to start videos anymore. They say that your music taste that you have when you're a teenager is the one you kind of stick with for the rest of your life. And I feel like I would have to agree for the most part. I still I like new stuff. I'm always constantly adding new songs and stuff to my playlist, but it all centers around the same like emo kid genre. So that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is I'm going to be, I say review, but I use that term very loosely because I'm not a professional. And while I know some technical words like the chorus and the verse and the tempo, I actually have no idea what I would even say about those things. I could talk about metaphors all day, but in reality, this is less of a review and more of a recommendation. That might be a good word. I don't know. I just need to film a video, and I thought this would be easy. But then when I started trying to rank one, I realized how hard it actually is to review a CD. So instead, I'm just going to talk about 3 CDs that I like. Well, they're in my collection, so I like them enough to buy them. I just plucked these at random. And I gave each song a quick listen. I didn't listen to it all the way through, but like just to refresh in my mind. Because I have listened to all these songs before because I listen to CDs in my car all the time. But just a quick refresh before I got into this video to talk about them. So I'm going to start with my first one, which is this really like niche indie band called The Killers, and this really underground album called Hot Fuss. Never heard of it. I know most people have never heard of this before. This is very niche. But we all know this is a very, oh, my ring light, hello. This is a very well-known album, I would say. The lead singer has beef with Gerard Way, ? I can't remember if that's true or not. It's been a long time since I've engaged in emo drama. But they're also like a Christian. They're not a Christian band, but the band themselves are all really Christian. I might check myself later and cut that out if it's not true. Or I might not fact check myself. Anyway, this album, I'm going to talk about this album. So I got this album. There's nothing in it because it's in my car. They're in like a big old CD holder in my car. But this album, I guess I should have gotten the disc out. Oh well. I bought at McKay's in Chattanooga. It's got a little insert in it. And it's got, are these going backwards? I don't know. It's got the picture of the band, and it's got more pictures of the band. Let's just tilt it so where the ring light's not in it. It's just the guitar man. I don't know anybody's names. I don't really care. I do care, but I don't go out of my way to learn their names. And this is the, oh, here we go. Here are their names. Brandon Flowers is the voice. Dave Kooning is guitar. Mark Stormer is bass. And Ronnie Vanucci is drums. There you go. So that's that album. And I'm going to talk about the songs on this album. I've got a little list on my computer I have written about it. So we're going to start. I guess I'm going to start with my favorite song on the album, which is not Mr. Brightside, actually. While that is my second favorite song, my first favorite song is Somebody Told Me. That's their second most popular song. Somebody Told Me is 1 million plays. Mr. Brightside has 2 million plays, almost 3 million. So it's not like my song's not everybody's favorite song, but it definitely is a popular song. I really like that song. It's in a lot of my playlists on Spotify. I like the implications, is that the right word? I don't know. I like the lyric, somebody told me you had a boyfriend. No, yeah, that looked like a girlfriend that I had in February of last year. I actually have no clue what that really means, but it sounds cool. The vibes are really cool. I like how the background tracks are like funky and they like rev you up. That's a really good song. I like that's the 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 number one song on this album, in my opinion. Then the second one is Mr. Brightside. How could you not like Mr. Brightside? Is the ultimate like white people wedding song. People love Mr. Brightside, and for a good reason. It's a good song. It's also I would think a 10 out of 10. Now that one, I do know what the lyrics mean in that one. The woman is cheating on the man with this other man. Obviously, it's not really actually a fun, upbeat song lyrically. But it's a fun, upbeat song to dance to. And then next notable track was Jenny Was a Friend of Mine. That is kind of popular. I don't know if it's got 100,000 plays, but it is the first song in that album, and I will say I like. I would label that one a 9 out of 10. It's good. It's a good opening track. I like how it's kind of just, you know what I mean? Like you just, Jenny was a friend of mine. I can't actually play any of the songs because of the YouTube copyright system. So that's fun. But I mean, I guess I can link the album somewhere in wherever it is up there. But I like that song. I'm a sucker for songs with names in them. I used to not be. I used to hate them. But now they're kind of a vibe, and I kind of get it. And then I have the fourth notable song is Smile Like You Mean It. I like that song. That one's also kind of like a smile like you mean it. It's kind of like a, not like really upbeat like the other two. The other, Mr. Brightside and Jenny, no. Somebody told me. It's not as upbeat, but it's kind of like, I'm on a wave. And I'm kind of like chilling when shut up. When I'm chilling when I'm listening to it. It's kind of like a really nice song. And I like how it makes me feel. Wow. 10 out of 10 commentary. This is what I mean by I'm not a good reviewer. Is that I don't actually have anything technical to say about it. Just, I like it. I will say, though, the other songs, the farther this CD goes on, the less and less interested I become. The songs aren't bad, but I feel like it starts very strong with those, like, 4 that it kind of just teeters off down halfway in the middle. I like All the Things That I've Done, and I've like Andy Your Star, and I like On Top, and I like Change Your Mind. But as it gets to like Believe Me, Natalie, and Midnight Show, and Everything Will Be Alright, and Glamorous Indie Rock and Roll, it kind of just, all those songs, none of them are really, those like last, 4, they're not really very notable in my mind. Like, they're not bad, but they're not just, I'm not gonna go out my way to listen to Believe Me, Natalie. Which is really funny. I say that when I just said I like songs with names in them. But I guess Natalie. I like Jenny. I don't like Natalie. Overall, though, 10 out of 10. I would recommend you listen to this album. It was good. I mean, obviously, it's one of their most popular albums. But if you're asking my opinion, the answer is yes. Would I buy it new? Probably not, but I don't ever buy anything new, so that's that. I would thrift it, buy it at McKay's or Goodwill or a thrift store or wherever you can buy secondhand stuff. Next, I'm going to be talking about Crown the Empires. Hold on. The Resistance, Rise of the Runaways. I can never actually remember this album name. Let's go. Let's click. Okay. This is actually, I don't want to say it's the only Crown the Empire album I listen to because it's not. But in terms of, I think I listened to like 2 other songs that were not on this album. I probably would like, I cannot remember the name of it right now, but I think it's related to this album actually. But this is not the point of this. I should shut up and start talking. I'm going to talk about this Crown the Empire album. I like this album a whole lot. I am obsessed with albums that tell a story. Another one that is like kind of like this is Black Veil Bride's Wretched and Divine. I want to say is the name of that album. Don't quote me on that. But I am obsessed with songs, with albums that create a cohesive story. It's perfect for my daydreaming habit. What was I saying? I should actually talk about the songs on here. This is why I have a list to keep track, but I need to actually look at the list to get my bearings. So, a Call to Arms is the first song in here, and not that that is a terribly like bopping song, but the transition from a call to arms into initiation is top tier. It literally makes me feel like I am in this rebel group, you know, rising up against I actually do not know the lore behind this album. I listen to the songs. I can kind of get the interpreted meaning. It's very like Hunger Games-esque. But don't quote me on the fact that I don't know the lore. I do not know the lore. But the song itself is bopping. Initiation, that's a 10 out of 10 song. That's good. That song I probably maladaptive daydream to 500 million times with my gay OCs in my brain that never see the light of day. But that is a 10 out of 10 song. I like the lyrics, and I like that it tells a story. I've already said that, I know, but I like that song. I'm not even show you what's in it. Oh my god, I forgot I was doing that. This one is also empty because it's in my car. But here is the art, and then we've got the Act 1, which is the first song on there, the spoken word. Initiation. I've never actually looked at this. Hold on a minute. Oh, this is the lyrics. This is the lyrics to Initiation. That's cool. Oh, they're all lyrics. I'm just stupid. Okay. This is Act 2, the Wolves of Paris. And then Monster, Millennia, Machines. This is all like really, I guess I could show you what's in it. These are all really cool. And there's them. That's a cool ass photo. I like that. I saw them once at Warped Tour. I don't remember anything about the set because I was not into them at this time. Maniacal Me, Second Thoughts. Oh, Satellites. Rise of the Runaways, Bloodline, Phoenix Reborn, Johnny's Rebellion. So yeah, it's just like the lyrics inside, which is pretty cool. Anyway, back to the topic. I put Millennia on there too, somewhere I did. That's a 9 out of 10. Not as cool, I feel like, as Initiation, but it's a really good song, and I like the lyrics of it, and I like how it's kind of softer than the other songs. It makes me feel like, because Crown the Empire is, I say heavy. I know there are people on the internet who would probably bite my head off of me saying that, but I like a little screaming. A lot of screaming is kind of too much for me most times. Crown the Empire, this album is probably about as much as I can get. I actually don't like, I think it's Bloodline in this album because of how heavy the vocalist is, but I like Millennia. And I also like Machines. Again, I don't know what it is with me with the first 4 songs, but I like Machines. That one also is... Let me just knock over my whole desk. That one also... I guess I should have... I know that I like Machines. I know that I like Millennia, but I actually didn't listen to either of them beforehand, so I can't actually think of the melody at this point because I'm too busy yapping my mouth. But I like Machines. That's crazy, though. Millennia and Machines have more plays than Initiation. I love Initiation. That's not my favorite song on this album, though. Initiation's number 2. Millennia's number 3. Machines are number 4. I don't know why I did it out of order. I also like Monster. I like this whole album, really. The ones that I don't really care for are Bloodline and... I mean, I really just Bloodline. But my favorite song on this album has to be Satellites. It's just criminal that it only has 4 million? 4 million? Yeah, 4 million. Plays. It is such a good song. If you've never, it's actually Act 3. If you've never listened to Satellites off this album, that is a 100 out of 10. That is such a good song. That's another one where it's not like, there's no like heavy guitars or vocals or whatever. It's just like straight, like, it feels like you're in the stars, literally. And you're just, it's a very nice song. I guess it does have, I don't know, I really like the lyrics of it. I like it's in a playlist, several of my playlists, and one including the one for my wife. I like how it talks about like the satellites are like stars, like wishing on satellites basically, because they don't see the stars in the sky, and I think that's really cool. But that is my favorite. Satellites, and then Initiation, and then Millennia, and then Machines. Album overall is a 10 out of 10. I would recommend this album. I would buy this new. I feel like I would. I know there is a deluxe version that has extra songs, and that probably is would help me more with the story. I probably could just look it up because I'm sure it's written somewhere. But I'm just, sometimes when you read the interpretation, it's not as fun as the interpretation you made up in your head. So for this album, this is a bit of lore drop for me. This has nothing to do with the actual album. In my brain, in this album is about these like machine humanoids like take over, and like the humans are rising up against them. And the initiation, it starts out with these 2 boys who end up falling in love with each other because they're recruited together. But then the lead man of the robot army murders the lover, and so he vows to take revenge. But in doing so, he becomes more like mechanical, so to say, and more robotic. So at the end, he's basically just like the people who killed the boy he loved. Now, this is probably not probably not the actual lore of this album, but that's the lore I've made up in my head. So do with that what you will. Next one. This one is Linkin Park's 1,000 Suns. 1,000 Suns. I said that right. Yes, that's the correct one. I mixed this up with the other black and white album that they have. This, I was very pleasantly surprised with this album. I thrifted this album, I want to say at Goodwill. I saw it and I thought it was the album with the What I've Done song, you know, the one that's trending. I don't know if it's still trending right now, but the What I've Done. It is not. But I got it. And this is like, the other albums were 10 out of 10s. This is like a 15 out of 10. This is such a good album, and I was not expecting it to be so good. Just the transitions between the Requiem, into the Radiance, into Burning in the Skies, into Empty Spaces, into When They Come For Me. That is top tier musical genius, in my opinion. And the way it just, I mean, Empty Spaces is literally just a track with crickets, but it's just, the way it transitions is just so cool. It's literally so cool, especially when you hear it like through the headphones. It is so cool to hear it like transition, because the Requiem and the Requiem is just, I think, it might have some spoken word in it, but it's just mostly instrumental. And the Radiance too is like spoken word and instrumental. And then Burning in the Skies is a really good song. Not my favorite on this album, but it's a really good song. And then it transitions in Empty Spaces, which I said is there's just crickets, which transitions into my favorite song off this album, When They Come For Me. That is such a good song. Like, if you've never, you need to go watch it, listen to it right now. When They Come For Me from 1,000 Suns. That song makes me feel like piling a bunch of just shit into a pile and burning it into a huge bonfire and dancing around the bonfire. It's got like, I want to say it's bongos maybe. I don't know. It's so good. It makes me feel so empowered and almost, I don't know. It's such a good song. And when I heard it, I was like, this is one of the funkiest songs I have ever heard. And I did not expect it to come from Linkin Park. I mean, Linkin Park sings a lot of like funky songs, but this is so good. R.I.P. Chester, by the way. I don't like the new girl. I don't care for her. But yes, When They Come For Me is a 15, 20 out of 10 song. Would recommend it. My favorite one on the album. That being said, I also like Robot Boy. That's a fun song. That's what I wrote. Robot Boy is a 9 out of 10. I wrote that. I'm not looking at my notes. When They Come For Me is 1,000 out of 10 apparently. I want to say it is. So Waiting For the End, that's the most streamed song on Spotify anyway, with 200 million plays. That's crazy. Waiting For the End is good. It's not as like funky as When They Come For Me, but it's cool. I like it. I like that song. And then Jornada del Muerto, that's a desert. I looked it up before I did this video, so I knew that's a desert in Mexico, New Mexico. I don't remember. One of the Mexicos. That's just another like spoken word instrumental piece. Blackout's okay. No, the next notable one is Wretches and Kings. Wretches and Kings is kind of the same vibes as When They Come For Me. But like, kind of, no, I don't want to say rap because that's definitely the wrong word. But it's kind of like, I don't know, trap music maybe? I don't know if that's the right word. I'm making it sound really bad. It's a really good song. It's about, fuck the higher ups, basically. Fuck the 1%. We are a well-oiled machine, and the people up top are controlling us, and it is up to us to break that cycle so they crumble up there. Basically, if I remember the interpretation of that song correctly. And then The Catalyst, that's also a really popular song. That's a 9 out of 10. Wretches and Kings is 10 out of 10. Waiting For the End and The Catalyst is 9 out of 10 for me. That's a good song. So I'm surprised The Catalyst is less popular than Waiting For the End, but I'm surprised Iridescent's up there too. Iridescent, it's the third most played. It's okay. That's not one of the notable songs on here, but this, I would buy this album new. Absolutely, I would. This is such a good album, and it is like top tier lyrical genius. I love it. Really good. I like it. Oh, I guess I can open it and show you. Oh, LP under it doesn't have nothing in it. What is this? Oh, it's their God, they don't do this anymore. Their, what's it called? fan clubs. They don't do fan clubs anymore. I guess that's what this is a little thing for their fan club that you can pay for. I'm sure they don't do this anymore. You could do an annual pass for $60. Linkin Park meet and greet opportunities at concerts. $60 a year? That's insane. That's crazy. That's really good. Dang. It says, over 10 years ago, I remember sitting in Rob's apartment, putting stickers and notes into boxes addressed to fans. Every time one of these boxes reached someone, a connection was made. We were able to communicate our appreciation and offer them something special that brought them closer to the band. Today, the guys and I continue that tradition with the LP Underground. That's crazy. That is crazy. $60 a year. You get all benefits, which is access for concert pre-sale tickets, access to the best seats in the house, access to exclusive online chats with Linkin Park, access to free online downloads, access to a monthly giveaway for Linkin Park prizes. But if you did the annual, that's $10 a month. But if you did the annual pass, you also get all of that plus Linkin Park meet and greet opportunities, exclusive merchandise, and access to exclusive Linkin Park special events. Wow. That's crazy. That is crazy. Nowadays, it's $500 for nosebleed tickets. Did you know, actually, fun fact, which is a little concerning considering how old I was, my first interaction with Linkin Park was not the band. Like, I've heard some of their songs before, but my first time ever like seeing them was in the Saw movie. The fact that I was watching the Saw movies when I was that young is crazy. I must have been like 12. But yeah, the one where like I don't remember the plot of that specific movie, but I remember they were like drug dealers, gangbangers, something. I don't know. And they all got in the car, and the saw trap was the car. That was crazy. That's the first time I ever saw Chester. And the other ones, I don't know any of the other names. I guess Mike's one of them. Oh, this says, we are not making an album. For months, we've been destroying and rebuilding our band. The experiments that resulted filled the studio hard drive with diverse, abstract. Okay, that's really hard to read. They've made it to where it's kind of like glitchy. They also the emergent themes and metaphors illuminate a uniquely human story. Cool. Oh, and they've got like the lyrics in here too. That's really hard to read. But that's really cool though. I guess I should look into my CDs more. Or I can just empty space it. That's cool. Ooh, I like that. It's much better to see it live on camera, I'm sure, anyway. Then we've got the lyrics here. This is a really neat album. I definitely feel like I would... Is this When They Come For Me? Yes. I feel like I would buy this for sure. New. But yeah, that's neat. It's really... I don't know if it just looks like black and white photos to y'all. It's really... That's cool. That's cool. I like that. Chester, Rob, Brad, Phoenix, Joe, and Mike. I didn't know Linkin Park had that many members. So anyway, that's all I had for today. It was those 3 albums, and it took me nearly 30 minutes. But you guys seem to like long videos, which is good because I feel like everyone's attention span nowadays, including mine, is just dead. So that is that. If you like this type of video, subscribe. I probably will do all of my CDs eventually. I've not bought any new CDs recently because I'm out of room in my CD pouch in my car. And I'm running out of room in my CD holder back there. And I've not really seen any new albums I really want. But I have asked for some for Christmas, so I might get some new ones then. But I don't see myself actually going through them anytime soon. But if you like this, like I said, if you like this, subscribe. Like this video. Tell me, comment, tell me that you like it. Tell me you want more. If y'all don't want more and you hate it and you thumbs down this video, well, too bad. Because I'm probably going to continue to talk about all of them. Because I have a fat stack over there. It helps that I frequent McKay's a lot. And sometimes they have decent deals. And recently, they've been having crappy ones. And they're charging $50 for one CD. But we'll just have to see. That is the end of this video. Oh, look at my hair. That's the end of that video. What you look at that? That's good timing. I will see y'all in the next video, in the next update, the next video. Well, I'm gonna say the next video is definitely the November vlog recap, but I don't know if that's gonna come out before or after this video. We will see. It just depends on how things line up. Thumbnail. No. That's a good one. Bye!